Hey friend, want a watercolor? Let's paint.
In only 2 or 3 minutes, you can create this abstract, loose watercolor painting of a flower. And you'll need a few supplies, including watercolor paint of your choice, a paintbrush, and watercolor paper. And maybe a few household items if you have them, like paper towels or masking tape, but it's not necessary. This moment needs a few minutes of me time, so let's take a moment, grab a paintbrush, and let's watercolor.
Alright, let's paint an abstract, loose flower here. So we're going to get the brush wet, and then I'm going to dab it kind of so it's on the drier side. Oop, and activate, spray and wet down the paint to activate the color. Alright, I'm going to test that. Probably shouldn't be touching your brushes, but I just did. Alright, and let's do a red, kind of bright red color. Alright, and then we're just going to go from one corner. I'm going to try in the middle, I guess. Needs a little bit more water. And tap the water. Okay, and then do another flower petal up there. And another one down here. Grab a little bit more of the red. And keep some of it a little wet there, okay? And then maybe add a little bit more water to it. Just a little bit. And down a little bit of the darker, more pigmented amount on my brush. Ooh, that was a lot. That was very dark. A little bit more water to that one, maybe. Ooh. When in doubt, I'm just going to tap it with my add some water to it. All right, then I'm going to add a little bit of water here and get a lot of pigment on my brush and kind of tap it around the side. Water there, just some of it, and then add a second color. I'm going to add, all right, picking up the baby because she does not like it these days when mama wants to do anything besides stare and look and give her attention. Let's do some purple. Collect some of this water, just like that. All right, we're gonna let that dry. All right. Gonna add some purple. All right, then I'm gonna let my brush dry and collect some of that. And then add a little bit more splatter. And a little bit more. Still not happy with the amount. Get some more water here. See if that helps. There we go. I want more splatter towards the center of the flower. All right, let's see how that does once it's dry. I'm going to doodle a little bit because the flower petals don't They kind of look, some of them look more like fingers instead of petals. So I'm gonna hold my pen not how I normally would. And I'm just going to draw some petals here. Nothing perfect. And then I'm gonna add in some bubbles here. Or a little flower, I don't know, you can call them beads? You wouldn't call them beads, would you? I don't know, the little center part of the flower in different sizes. All over the place, and I might add a couple down here. But I'm holding the brush awkwardly. Okay, there, and I think that'll do it. All right, and let's take the tape off and see how we like it. Try not to touch the paper because I know that's bad for it. I am so excited for spring because today's the first day here in Atlanta that it's in the 70s. There I go, ripping the paper again. And it just feels so much like spring. I just got back from a walk with the hubster and baby. Me and the baby, she had a good time out there. And so these spring flowers, it's just perfect for today. It's the vibe. This took me 2 minutes. I had literally had my baby on my left hip while I did half of this, and then it was just a fun little doodle at the end. Now I've done a couple other ones because I was just so excited about it. One of them, let me grab it. One of which, when I did the petals, they do actually look like petals, or kind of like almost like feathers, but they look like petals, so I didn't doodle on it. This one, again, some of them look like fingers, so I might doodle this one as well. So let me go ahead and doodle it while I have my pen out. And this pen I just got from, you can use any black pen, I guess, but I bought, asked ChatGPT which pen I should use for watercolor, or what the pros use. And she told me which aisle, which brands. I took a picture of it, and she said, yep, that's the one. So I'm using a Micron archival ink. I think that was the whole point, and it says it's waterproof. I guess some pens will say they're waterproof and they're actually not. So I asked her to just double check for me because I didn't want to spend any money as a beginner here on products that aren't going to really work. And a couple extra. And some curlicues over here a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 there, maybe like a haphazard ones in the little border area, just to keep it whimsical and not perfect. All right, so there you have it. I'll put my pen down here. Here are 3 different versions, each one taking me 2 to 3 minutes. It's completely worth at least trying. These are really cute for Mother's Day or just springtime. In general, I might actually frame these and put these in JoJo's bathroom. They're cute for little girls' room or bathroom. And you can't go wrong. Messing up, it makes them better. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you learned something, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, or if you thought it was hilarious, like, girl, you don't know what you're doing, because I don't, give it a like. And if you want to follow along in this journey as I teach myself how to paint these watercolor paintings so that you don't have to learn how to do it alone, I'd love to have you on the journey with me. So hit that subscribe button. And until next time when you want a watercolor, I'll see you then. Bye.